On May 1st, Close to My Heart released a brand new idea book and catalog. And my favorite brand new collection in this catalog is the Craft On collection. The colors are beautiful. I love the pinks, the indigo blue, the emerald greens. Just look at those colors. So you can see all of the pattern papers here on the left, along with the complements on the right, some rubber shapes, which I absolutely love, some sequins, and the awesome pocket cards. So pretty much everything you need here to create a fabulous layout. There are also collection kits that you can purchase that have instructions on how to create different layouts, different cards, and that sort of thing. So there's a deluxe kit as well, which has some little shaker shapes there. So a big wide range. There's also two different stamp sets in this collection, the card making and the scrapbooking. I have both and they're both gorgeous. I love the DIY queen thing there. So I wanted to show you this collection because, like I said, it is my absolute favorite from the new catalog. I'm going to pair this collection today with the Erin's hand stamp to create my title. So be sure to check out the Close to My Heart website at the link in my video notes to get your own idea book and catalog because it is full of amazing inspiration. So, what I received from my friends at Close to My Heart is the Workshops Your Way Craft on Scrapbooking kit, which I will have linked up in my video notes. And the great thing about this kit is that it not only comes with all of the pieces of the collection, like two pieces of pattern paper, all of the embellishments, etc., it also comes with clear instructions on how to create these layouts in this beautifully arranged color instruction sheet. So those layouts are really gorgeous. But if you want to just get the whole collection, this is a great thing to get. But if you want to do your own thing, you can certainly do that too. The collection is also available in all of its individual pieces as well. Like the loose sequins come separately, the rubber bits come separately, the pattern papers, that sort of thing. So these sequins are amazing. The rubber shapes are as well. You get solids in this kit, which I really love because I love to have some solids for die cutting and for creating my layout background. And you'll know that they're coordinated perfectly with the rest of the collection. So there's blue, there's pink, white, and black solids that come in this kit. Really love that. And the pattern papers, I mean, these pattern papers are just gorgeous. I love this emerald green. It has lots of sayings on it, like crafty sayings. This floral is really gorgeous. You will see this, and the reason why that some of my papers are cut is because I created a layout I'm really excited about for the summer issue of Scrapbook and Cards Today magazine. So that's why you'll see some of my papers are cut because I've already had a chance to play with this gorgeous collection. I really love this one. It's really subtle, just pink illustrations on a white background with just crafty illustrations. This blue stripe is one of my favorites. I also love the cut apart sheet. I've used a bit of that already, but you can see here there's great things on there to use for titles, especially that beautiful moments, the big imagine word. Really, really love that. And the back has a yellow gingham, which is why you see I don't have much of that left because give me a yellow gingham and I'm all over it. The complements are here. Oh, this is another part of the cut apart sheet, that sleep, craft, repeat kind of little tag there. So the complements, these are always my favorite parts of any Close to My Heart collection. I've already used a big floral there, but again, there's some great things in here to use for titles. That one says making memories. I'm pretty sure I'm going to use that on this layout. And the other sheet in the complements is black die cuts. Another great thing for titles, getting a bold pop of contrast on your page. There's hearts, there's flowers, there's words, there's frames. It's really fantastic. I just want to show you the rubber shapes close up because they really are super special. I just love them. I think that might be my favorite part of all of the collections that I received from the new catalog. Look how cute they are. Those little scissors, I think I'm going to have to hoard them because they're so lovely, and there's a lovely word in there too. And the little buttons. So how about we make something with these gorgeous new supplies? If you're watching today on the day the video is released, it is International Scrapbooking Day. So happy International Scrapbooking Day, everyone. I hope you're getting a chance to play with pretty paper and embellishment today. I'm starting off by putting my photo, which has a white border printed with it, onto a thin border of that beautiful blue, that indigo kind of blue. And I'm putting it on this really fun and contrasting busy floral pattern. But you'll notice here I'm not going to make the piece too big because I don't want that to um, take away from other things on the layout. And I'm also going to soften it up a little bit by adding this pink pattern paper just behind it. I want you to be able to see just a few of, like a row of the hearts on the top and a row on the bottom. Of course, my adhesive always runs out just when I go to do a video. That's totally typical. It's either that or my lawn mowing service shows up all the time. So here are my layers for my photo. So this photo, I want to tell you about it. It was one of my top 9 for 2018 on my Instagram feed, weirdly enough. So you guys must like pictures of total chaos in my scrap room. Remember how I said I loved this blue stripe paper? Well, I've saved little bits of it. I'm not going to throw any of it away. And I'm going to add a triangle at the bottom there. I also used a sticker from the compliments on the right side. I don't want to put too much pattern on the background because I have a lot around my photo now. But I want to add some interest with intersecting lines. I'm just trying to figure out how I'm going to do that here. I like the idea of having one on the right side and one at the bottom. So I'm just going to kind of play around. I know that I want to use this Making Memories sticker here, and I'm going to really carefully pull this off because it is such a fine script font. You kind of need to pull it off the backing in sections, so don't just tear it because it will rip, I think. So that is so beautiful. I love how the word memories has all of the colors from the collection in it. So I want my title to be Make Memories, and I just grabbed an ampersand that I had in my stash, and messes, because obviously this picture is of the end of a week of a lot of creating, and my desk is just completely packed. So I don't know if you guys are the same, but when I have a really busy week, a lot of projects to turn in, blog posts to write, then my office just gets insane. So what I want to do with the line at the bottom is put a lot of really cute crafty illustrations from the compliments. So I've grabbed the glue sticker and the tape sticker there. And I'm going to do a bit of stamping too. If you guys have watched my Craft with Heart videos, you know that I pretty much add stamping to every single layout I create. So this one is going to be no exception. So I really like the intersection of those lines there. I think that adds a lot to the page, and that darker line at the bottom grounds it a bit, and it's going to become a shelf for all these really fun little things that I'm going to add there. I really like that little paint tube, and I think I'm going to have to die cut that out. I also love the paint cup. Well, it's a cup with a paintbrush and a pen and all that. So what I'm going to do now is add my journaling before I do anything else. I'm going to print it directly onto my background paper, so I don't want to adhere anything else down. And I'm just taking measurements here so I know where I need my text box to go in my photo editing software. So you can see I added my typed journaling to the right of where my photo is going to be placed. And I'm just going to go ahead and adhere my photo down because I'm ready for that. I'm not adding dimensional adhesive to this one since I have that sticker at the bottom, and it would be a bit tricky to add dimensional adhesive to something so fine. I'm just going to add my intersecting lines here. There's a little bit of adhesive down at the bottom right corner, but I'm going to just cover that up with some embellishment. Whenever that happens, it's just an opportunity for extra embellishment is what I say. So the dark pink line grounds the page at the bottom, and then I'm adding in a bit more pattern at the base with this really beautiful blue stripe. And that ties in some of the blue around my photo to the bottom of the layout too. This little card is from the cut apart sheet, and it says smile and craft on, which I think is great for this page. It makes me really happy that it says that. Just going to make sure the arrowhead is on top of that, not below it. And I'm adhering my ampersand down, and next I'm going to stamp the word messes. So a lot of times when I have an alphabet stamp, one great trick that I use is to place my stamps on the layout and then put my acrylic block on top so that I know that I have them exactly where I want them. And I want this word to be a little bit messy. The word is messy, and so I think it would be fun if it was kind of haphazardly stamped on. So I'm going to grab my acrylic block there. When you do that, just make sure that you have the stamps facing the correct way so that the surface to be stamped is on the bottom. I'm using just close to my heart black ink here. And then adding that S again. And grabbing both of those alphas. I'm going to put that a little bit higher. Like I said, I don't want it to be on a straight line. And then adding one more S there. And after I finished this page, I realized that what I stamped there wasn't an S at all. It was like a little squiggly line. The S I totally missed on the page. It's right after the R. You think I would have seen that. But this looks totally fine, and I'm not worried about it whatsoever. You wouldn't know that that's not an S. But just be aware if you grab the Erin's Hand Alpha, which I really love, that there is a squiggly line and an S. So make sure you know the difference between the two. So my title is complete on there. And next I'm going to stamp a couple of illustrations here. And this one I'm going to do in a little clever way. So I'm going to stamp it a few times in a few different colors. For my close to my heart friends, you can probably tell that that is not close to my heart ink. I am in the process of changing out all of my inks, so don't judge. Okay, I'm just using what I got, friends. So I want the base, the cup, to be pink. So I'm going to go ahead and stamp pink first. Then I want one of my little either the pen or the pencil or the brush to be blue. So I stamped that in blue. I'm going to use one in black. Stamp that again. And the last color I'm going to use will be yellow. So there we go. And next, I'm going to grab my fine point scissors so that I can fussy cut the full image out. And I like to leave a slight white border, so I'm not trying to get all the way next to those illustrations there. This is such a great stamp set. So this is the Craft on Scrapbooking set. I will have the link in the video notes below, but there's some really great sayings on there, and of course these little illustrations are just the cutest. I don't know how close to my heart is coming up with these awesome collections each and every time, but they're really nailing it, and I'm sure you guys will agree with me when you see this. You'll really love this collection, especially if you're a crafty girl at heart. So I'm going to use the black pen. Then I'm going to cut out the blue pencil, and all I'm doing is adhering it over top of the pink stamped image just to change those colors. So I'm using the pink background as my base and just adhering the different colored cutouts directly to the top. There we go. So it's a cute little illustration, multicolored now, so you don't just have to stamp in one color. Worked out really, really cute. Next I'm going to do the scissors, but I'm going to do those just with black. And I'm going to fussy cut those out as well to add to my little shelf at the base. Okay, I adhered my scissors with dimensional adhesive just to add a little bit more dimension to that base. And I also want to stamp the camera, and I'm going to do that in blue, the same color blue that I used in the cup. It's a pretty close match to the blue in the collection. And I'm just going to fussy cut that out. These are all very easy to fussy cut. That doesn't take long at all. If you have some scissors, that's easy to manipulate around those corners. So this little glue bottle, I have a great idea to lay it on its side and make it look as though glue is coming out, which I'm excited to do, and I'm going to use some medium for that. I'm not sure exactly where I want to put that camera yet, but I do think that I need a few illustrations at the top to kind of balance what's going on at the bottom. I'm just going to clip a slit in this pink paper clip just so I can get it around my photo. It looks like it's attached to my photo there at the top. And then I can add my camera there too. So I really love that little paint tube. So we're going to play with these awesome thin dies, these wafer thin dies. These are the Craft on wafer thin dies. The link to the product will be in my video notes. And I'm just going to start off with the base on that pretty minty green patterned paper from the collection. And run that through. This is so simple to do. I love that they've separated out the label and the lid so you can cut all those separately. That's really super exciting. I'm not sure exactly what color I should be doing yet. So I did the label in white, but I'm thinking that it might be better to do the lid in white and the label in black. So let me try a black label instead. And I think that's going to be better, especially if I have the white lid. And I've done all this in one tiny little scrap piece of plain, smooth white cardstock, which is pretty great. So I'm going to get a lot of illustrations out of that one tiny little scrap of cardstock. I'm going to adhere my label onto the top. Look how stinking cute that is. I have a lot of ideas on how to use these. I think a card would also be great. So stay tuned for some more fun stuff using these. And I'm just going to get the lid on there, so white lid. And I'm just going to lean that up against my glue bottle so that it looks like it's behind it. Make sure when you're doing stuff like this that you layer your elements to make them look more dimensional. So that's slightly behind the glue bottle. Super, super duper cute. Absolutely love it. So I'm going to make this glue look like it's leaking all over the bottom of this page with some really fun glossy accents. This is just a medium that dries clear. And you can also use it to adhere small things to your layouts. I've probably had this same bottle for close to 10 years now. And I'm not much of a mixed media kind of gal, but this this page was just calling for a little bit of glue spill here. And I'm just pulling down on some of that to make it look like it's dripping. So let's see what else we have in the complements. These black elements are really fun for adding a bit more contrast. And I think I definitely need a little bit of black at the top left corner and the bottom right corner since I have the big black smile and craft on square there. So I'm adding this heart with dimensional adhesive there. And I'm grabbing that other little heart to put down at the bottom right. So next, I'm using some of the lovely, lovely sequins. I've already added some rubber pieces as well, and I used some Zots to adhere those. With the sequins, some of these are really super duper tiny, which I just love because I love little tiny pieces. So I'm just using some liquid glue. I'm putting them down with my finger, but sometimes they stick to your finger because of the static. So a lot of times I will use the end of my scissors just to push them down into the glue. So that's what I'm doing there. And I'm just adding a few sequins around my embellishment groupings there. Really, really love all of the different elements in this collection, the bigger cut apart pieces all the way down to the little tiny rubber flowers and hearts. You can get a really nice wide range of different sized elements just by using this one collection. So I think with that I'm going to call this page absolutely complete, and I couldn't be more happy with it. It's the perfect collection to use to record this this funny picture of myself with my crazy messy room. And all of these elements in the Craft On collection, they're girly, they're fun, they're colorful, and just perfect for crafters like you and me. If you're watching this, you're probably watching because you're a scrapbooker just like me. And on National Scrapbook Day, this is the perfect collection to celebrate a hobby that we love so much, for recording our memories. So thanks so much for watching. Be sure to check out the close to my heart craft on collection in my video notes below. Happy creating and happy International Scrapbooking Day!